everyone. Welcome to another episode of Echoes of Eternity. I don't know why I had to reach over for my coffee. Like that pause was a coffee pause.
It's
Oh my god.
coffee time.
Dodger, is that
See,
you? Who is that?
Jesse and Bike Man, you guys like moving in real life. It's like you guys are real animated people, you know? It's been so long since I've seen Strip and her Pocket move. I hope they're okay.
Here's the
They're
thing.
very comfortable.
No,
After today, they may not be. They may die. And
That
you know
is-
what?
that is on you, sir.
It's not on me. It's on
It's on
Destiny.
us.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, all right. It's on, if you want to put the blame on you. I was going to put it on Destiny and dice rolls, but if you want to blame yourselves, that's cool. That's cool.
My hand rolls that dice, Cox.
You're right. I'm ready for this. I'm so excited. Okay. So, if you would be so kind, I was going to ask you how y'all are doing, but honestly, who knows?
I don't
It doesn't
care.
matter. It does. You're all going to die today. Man, this is going to be good times. Okay. I finally have a boss that I think can stop you. I'm very excited. I'm very
Wait,
throw all your
what?
thermal detonators.
Did I
Throw
hear that
everything you
right?
got. Throw everything you got at him. I'm
I finally have a
very
boss
excited.
that I think can kill you.
Yeah. Before, I was like, oh, we'll see what happens. But
Okay.
now,
Okay. But what if he doesn't? What then? Because all your eggs are clearly in this basket.
well, there's one last thing, and we'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
I'm
There's
just
one-
He
gonna-
always threatens
technically,
to kill us.
I'm gonna
It
have to
never
keep
happens.
going until you're out of
All
options,
talk.
then you're gonna have to turn him in. You're gonna have
There's
to say,
technically one last
Strippin,
boss.
I give up. You're too good a
Technically
player.
one last boss, but I don't know. Depending on what you do, that could all change. I have no clue what's going to happen today. This is
He's
a
gonna
fight.
trot out Vader, isn't he?
This is a scrap. Oh,
You
it's
guys
worse
are-
than Vader.
you
Trot
guys
him
are
right
rolling-
out. Big black robe flailing. That's what he's gonna
It's
do.
worse.
Vader's
Worse
just
than
like
Vader.
Vader's just like Alan Rickman from fucking what was it, Galaxy
You
Quest. He's just
guys.
like, "Ah."
He
By
hasn't
Grop
cleared the
Thought.
destiny
Come
pool yet.
I have to clear Destiny,
You
everybody.
have to clear
Calm
the
down.
destiny pool, so you get to re-roll those. Smile.
oh my god.
All right, that pool is clear. But thank you. Thanks again.
I have to do
Disgusting.
everything around here, dude. Fuck! We gonna die!
Oh, are we rolling again? 'Cause I
We
rolled
gonna
once already.
die!
Yes.
You need a second roll from me?
Yes. If you'd be
Oh, baby! Savior of
Thank
the
goodness.
Federation.
Saved by the droid.
Thank goodness.
All right. So be it. Let me do this one thing. 75 and son of a okay. Well, cool. So cool. All right. Last time, if you remember, well, actually, we'll just do the intro. Deep beneath the surface of the desolate planet of Malachor, a dark and twisted maze holds the key to the mystery of the two ancient relics. Before they could retrieve them from the ship, in their way stood an old enemy. The 12th brother, wounded from their last encounter. He now stands ready to end them once and for all. And at his feet are Dio's sister and Gizmo. I'll let you. The last thing he said as he threw Jaya to the ground was come and get her. So I'll let you make the first move.
Well, since he put it so nicely, I do just that.
Okay, you are long distance.
Oh, do we have a map?
You do have a map, actually. Let me switch you there right now. Boop. There you go. You are long distance.
Oh boy. Okay, I get out. I think my Viper Sword's already out. I'm gonna immediately go into medium and put up defensive stance.
Great. All right. Well, I assume y'all are ready for this fight. So please, if you be so kind as to roll for me your cool initiative.
I'm so ready to shuffle away from this danger.
Hang on, I gotta put the right music on.
Remember, you have a flamethrower. You have a flamethrower.
It's never worked properly.
I've got to put Duel of the Fates on loop. Be right back.
Yeah, pick whatever epic music you feel is worthy of this moment. Dio is 1-1.
Is the cool initiative different than the skill cool?
Yes, it is.
I can't find it again.
It is on your weapons page, I believe.
The combat tab.
Combat, up at the top.
That's why. Thank you.
There it is. I think.
Woo!
Dang,
What is that?
Oda is ready.
Oda, oh my god. All right,
She's never
what is
been
that?
more
That's
ready.
6-0. Damn!
She
I think
want
I
her
have good luck
sister.
today, guys.
Logos 1-1.
Oh, there it is.
And nothing from PR3 is a fat 0. Cool. All right, and let's see what the boss baby is. Great. Okay. 4-2. Let me see if I can put that in this thing. Okay. All right. So the turn order is Oda, 12th brother, Dio, Ulago, PR3. All right. Oda, you see Dio run forward and prepare herself for combat with the 12th brother. What do you do?
Wait, did you say you saw Oda run forward?
Dio runs forward. Oda, you
okay.
see Dio run forward. Sorry if I
see now.
messed that up.
I know that this is my duel of fate. So I'm just gonna
The music's in the background. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna draw my lightsaber. It's gonna look super cool and beautiful.
How does that look? Tell me. How does it look?
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly, it's this beautiful light lavender color, such as you see here. And just and then I'm just gonna, like, with singular purpose, stride forward. Not run, stride. And as long as I can get to them, I'm just gonna take a lightsaber attack on the 12th brother.
Yeah, you're in long range. So you would have to get to engaged, which means you can use as much strain as you want to get there, but it's going to be 2 for every bop you go.
Well,
I believe it is. I think so.
If I don't attack, I get twice the movement, right? So I could move to short right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I'm striding with such purpose that I can't take any strain, so I'll just go to short.
Okay.
That's my whole turn.
Fantastic. Yeah, you walk up to short range, ready to go. In the atmosphere above, the viewer, right, the people watching this about to go down, the clouds begin to spark with electricity, and it appears rain is on the horizon. I wonder if that will play some sort of effect in this battle. All right, the 12th brother looks at you approaching Oda and ignites his red blade. And instead of attacking you, slams it down on Gizmo, shattering his servos, and smoke and flame ignite from the top of him.
Nice.
And he looks at you.
Jesse,
He looks at you and laughs. Because he hates you. He looks at you and laughs as he sort of swirls it around inside, sizzling the bits of Gizmo.
Such a good mood.
And he cackles. And he's like, I'm waiting.
Oda's eyes flash with fury.
Good. Gizmo lets out a... Dio, it's your turn.
That was very rude.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only go one distance change.
You can go to short, and then you can spend strain to get to engaged and attack.
Let me see what my strain is. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try, or I'm gonna get to engaged. And my intention would be to prevent him from doing that to my sister, hopefully.
Yeah, oh yeah, he
Jeez.
definitely would have. He definitely would have. If no one had engaged him, for sure.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I
so
should've
my
taken the
intention is
strain.
basically to see him do that to Gizmo and then try to get in his face so he can't do that to her. And then just go into defense again.
Sure. So you're gonna get into engaged.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into engaged and go in defensive mode, not attack him.
Okay.
I might blow him a kiss though. Well, he can't see it though because I'm wearing a helmet, but I'll do it.
Yeah,
anyway.
you're both in helmets. You're both looking
gonna
like
do it
badasses
anyway.
in helmets. Yeah, the only thing that you can see different is that his helmet does not have eye slits in it anymore. So clearly he doesn't need to see because someone
Then I'll say-
someone gashed his eyes out.
Then I'll say,
I don't know who did that.
I'm digging the new look. I'll pass
Yeah, he
turn.
pulls the blade. He pulls the blade out of Gizmo and points it at you and says, "This is for you and for her." And then he sort of looks down at your sister.
Yeah, you can try.
Did you just hit him with a "you will try"? All right, Star Wars. It is your turn, Lago.
Her sister's on the floor at his feet.
Yeah,
So I have a clean shot on this guy.
you definitely do.
Okay, Alaga will. God, you're gonna have something where you just reflect at one of my homies.
He definitely
Alaga's
has multiple reflect abilities. Yes.
Yeah, Alaga's gonna drop to one knee and pull out his rifle and take aim and fire before he can hurt the girl.
All right. Let me really quickly go to all of this guy's abilities. He has so many. Okay. Yeah, and you are in long range, and he has adversary upgrade difficulty of all combat checks twice, so that takes him to 5. And yeah, go nuts.
All right.
You have any blues or anything? You have an
Yeah,
aim blue. Is
I got
it
one
in there
blue,
already?
but I had it myself. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Ooh, excellent. All right. So you fire off this disruptor rifle, and it, the bolt goes towards him. Let's see if I got anything to mess with you with. He is going to, he has improved reflect, and he's going to. All right, so he's going to use reflect, which when hit with a ranged attack suffers 3 strain to reduce the damage by 7, and he's going to use that improved reflect ability to bounce it back at a target of his choosing, and he's going to pick Dio.
Is that like a free action?
Yes, it's part of his reflect. So when the Inquisitor suffers a hit from a ranged, light, heavy, or gunnery check that generates a failure, or he uses 3 strain, which he's going to use, reduces the damage. He may reflect equal damage back to a target of his choosing. So I'm assuming that's the damage that I take gets reflected rather than the damage you could have dealt gets reflected. I think that's what that means.
Yeah.
I think that's what that's saying. So I'm going to use that on Dio. So he will take reduce the damage by 7 plus he has plus he has 7 soak. So he's going to reduce the damage and take no damage, and he's going to blast it back at Dio. And I assume since he takes no damage, actually he would take 1 damage? I can't tell. 7, 14.
It's 15 total.
Yeah. All right. So he would take one damage, reflecting it back, and Dio, you would take 1 damage. But I assume you have armor and
7
stuff.
soak.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So I would see it fly towards me, and it would just nick my armor a little bit. And
Yeah,
piss
Well, how
me
much damage?
off.
How much damage was it before the armor? Isn't that the total?
See, that's what I don't know. Here's the thing. It may be. So this is what it says. When the Inquisitor suffers a hit from a ranged light, heavy, or gunnery check that generates a failure, or he uses 3 strain to reflect, reduce damage. To reduce damage, he may reflect equal damage back to a target of his choosing for the cost of that failure or those strain. So I assume that it's saying because it says uses reflect to reduce damage, he may reflect equal damage. So is it equal to the original damage or equal to the damage that he took? That's the question.
Yeah.
And
Do we have any
I'm going
nerds in chat?
Yeah, maybe someone who knows the perfect rules on that. Yeah. So I think it's supposed to be the damage that he takes is what you would take as well, which in this case is just 1. So you would take no damage.
Okay.
Oh, he reflects the damage of misses? Is that true? So he would take 1 and Pocket would take 14? That can't be true. Can it?
Doesn't make a lot of sense, but
It does, because he's reflecting it.
Because he's reflecting it back. That's what it sounds like. Well, he reflects 7. Gotcha. Okay. So he soaks. So all right. So that's what it is. He reflects 7.
Yeah,
So the reflect that he has.
the PC takes 3 strain, and however much damage wasn't mitigated by a combination of
So
ranks
7.
and reflect.
Gotcha. So 7
and the
is what. All right.
character's soak.
So you take 7 damage.
I have
Pocket.
7 soak.
Great. You take nothing. You get again. It sort of just hits you, and nothing happens. All right.
Well, Ulago gets a little bit of a look. That's
Wait, he
about
took
it.
1 damage though, right?
He did take 1 damage. Yes.
Easy clap. There we go.
All right. I'm gonna bump up his wounds by 1. PR3. It is your turn.
Master, it is very difficult to throw flames with any degree of accuracy if you all step in front of me, so I will seek alternate means to aid.
Let me
Do I see
really
any
quickly.
panels around?
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
Do I see any goober modules? What do they call them again?
Goober
Goober
Dongles.
modules?
We see any dongles?
Dongles. That's the stuff.
You are right now. You are literally out in the open
Yeah.
on in a place that is covered in a solid flat. There's nothing.
Oh yeah.
But our
Maybe
ship
it's
should
one
be
big
kinda
goober
nearby,
module.
right? Our ship, is it nearby?
Yeah. Is it?
He is between you and the ship. A great example would be the ship is in medium range behind him, over here.
Can I flank wide around?
You can. You can go in any direction you want.
I had better go from the picture there south, really good amount of distance south, and
Okay.
then to the west.
I kind of just imagine in the background of this epic battle, you just see a droid
I'm
shuffling,
just shuffling
along.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to get into range do you want to go to medium, go long, go all the way around long and then to medium? Is that your vibe?
I'm just trying to get to the ship, so I don't want to go near
Okay,
him.
so you're just over. All right. So we'll say that this turn you end up here, and next turn you can
Hopefully he
arrive
doesn't
at the
pay
ship.
attention to the lowly droid who's certainly going to
I
get a
don't think he
broom.
cares about you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go get a broom and tidy up a little bit.
yeah. I don't think he's worried about you. All right, and we come back around. It is Otis' turn again.
All right, lightsaber time. Step
Very
in
excited for
and
this.
take a swing. Oh, you're so excited. I
Very
bet.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to engage and you're going to swing on this fool, huh?
Why so strainy?
I mean, I don't know, but he's certainly strainy.
That's 5.
You
Holy
take
cow.
you take 5 strain, but you do hit for 11 damage.
12.
Haha.
Is it 12? Oh, 10. 12 damage. Is it 12 or is it 11?
Every success is a bonus damage.
Okay. However, he's going to use parry. And when struck from a melee hit, he will suffer another 3 strain to reduce damage by 7. And so plus he has a soak of 7. So you attack him and it does not connect with him. He dodges out of the way.
Does the breach, sunder, and vicious stuff have anything come into play? at all
If
here?
you would have been able to get a crit on him, vicious would add to the crit.
Okay.
Breach lowers his
Breach ignores 10 soak. 1 point of armor.
Breach 1
Mhm.
is it ignores armor. And let's see, you have Sunder, which so when he blocks you, instead of him dodging out of the way, the two of you will sort of like lock
Nice.
blades, and you will have done 1 step of damage to his well, actually, you have to spend an advantage to make that happen. So you'll lock blades, we'll say.
Breach ignores 10 soak. I don't know if that helps. But
Is it 10 soak or is it? It says it's one.
It's one armor for vehicles, which is 10 soak for personal.
Gotcha. So good news is that you hit then. See, that's the problem. Is I have breach ignores 1 point of armor, but I realize that that's ships. So anyway, you hit him, and his soak is reduced, and so he will take 7 4. He will take 2 damage from this, actually. And when you hit him, you sort of like describe to me what that looks like.
If he locked blades with me, but then I did 2 damage.
Yeah, how did you get past that?
I think it's like Oda is like full of a strength that the 12th brother didn't expect. So they lock blades, but she just keeps coming and leaning in, and the blade and like the tip of her blade strikes into his shoulder just from the pure brute strength before he manages to push her off.
Okay. Yeah. He pushes you back and it is his turn. I am going to look up one thing just before this happens. So, okay. Vicious increases the critical injury roll by a certain number. And
you need to use an advantage to crit.
Yeah, you have to use. I just want to make sure you have to use advantage. I just want to see if there's anything that can auto trigger vicious, but I don't see it. So we're
the only thing that could trigger vicious is a triumph.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. The 12th brother sees the threat of you and having just been wounded, and he turns his blade on you, Oda, and he swings down at you. And we'll see what happens. Do you have any defenses or anything that can assist you?
If he hits me, I do.
Okay.
But I don't preemptively.
Great. Let's see what happens. All right. Wow, that was a bad roll, bro. Okay, he does hit.
So I can use my Padawan Survivor talent parry to suffer 3 strain to reduce the damage by 2, plus
Great.
wings and parry, so 3.
Okay, so you reduce it by 3. What soak do you have?
4.
Okay, so you still take 6 damage because he has breach 1, just like you do.
Oh,
Wait,
oh.
6 wounds? Or do you
6
mean 2
wounds.
wounds?
6 wounds.
6 wound, because it's 10 for the damage, plus the 1 of the success.
But
And
I reduced it by 3.
Right.
Breach
so,
ignores
8.
10 soak.
Oh, I see. Okay. So 6 wounds. And then okay, never mind. I got it.
yeah, and so then he hits you and gives you sort of like a stare down, like, if you can do that, I can do the exact same. And then he turns to look at Dio because he knows that she's coming for him next. And it is your turn, Dio.
Actually, I want to say, while they're locked blades, I think that's when I'm going to take the opportunity to reach down and drag my sister, like, kind of out of this immediate line of fire.
Sure. All right. So you're gonna use your turn to get your sister out of there?
Yeah, I'm going to pull her just away.
Okay.
So I guess I would just, like, go back into short range?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you drag your sister and begin to leave the encounter.
Yeah,
and we go.
And I think, like, I would just be dragging her far enough away where she's not in the most immediate danger with this person. Even though, I mean,
Sure.
it's a force user. He can, like, do shit that obviously.
I was hoping you wouldn't realize, but
Well, no, because I don't think it's smart for me to completely leave the battle and leave these two, like, alone. But it's also one of those, like, I just want her out of the most immediate danger where he can't just, like, stomp on her. So yeah, that's my intention. So then I would pull her out and turn around. Can I spend another strain to go to medium? Like, pull her to medium?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I think as PR3 is making his rounds, I sort of, like, back up behind him with my sister.
All right. Yeah,
I might
in
call
the
out to him,
background.
like, PR3, can you drag her, like, as nicely as possible to the ship?
I will do my best.
Good. Okay, cool. And then that's when it's gonna look like I'm about to head back in.
Okay. Yeah, in the background of this epic duel between a red and lavender lightsaber, there's just a woman dragging a knocked out girl and, like, a droid, just, like, in the background.
Of a pretty epic looking scene too, like, it's like the
Sure.
whole setting.
Yeah, Ilago, it is your turn, and as you stare down the barrel of your rifle, again, another clap of thunder echoes above. What do you do?
Didn't I literally have this vision?
Oh, what?
I literally had this vision of us. It was raining. We were all fighting. I was fucking stabbed. Dio was dead. Yeah.
What do you mean?
When we was on the planet.
What? That's so crazy.
With
You
the
mean
weird
at some
Goku.
point you had a vision that was this?
Of this exact scene? Yeah. Yeah,
What?
I did. Good luck, I remembers
Boy.
it well.
Boy, okay.
This is so weird.
But he's gonna fire again.
Okay.
All right. I need a triumph.
I can't wait to see what happens.
I need a triumph. Let's go. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well,
All right. Wow. Okay. Again, he will use his reflect to reduce damage. He'll suffer 3 strain for that, and he's gonna again reflect this So we'll take it in chunks. We'll take this in chunks. Holy shit. Okay, first we'll do damage. So you deal 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
Mhm.
He's going to reduce all that by 14. So he
Okay.
takes 4 damage.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. Then he is going to use improve reflect, to send 7 damage Oda's way.
Okay.
So Oda, you take 7 damage, and then however much you mitigate of that.
But you can also do your
so that
parry as
take-
well, I think.
I can only use parry and melee.
Yeah,
You're
this
in
is
melee-
I'm just
you're in melee
I'm just
with
sending
him,
the bolt.
right?
No, I'm just sending the bolt. We pushed away from each other, so we're no longer locked in combat.
So if he did 7, then I soak 4 and I take 3 wounds.
Yes.
Okay.
And then your triumph. How would you like to use that?
I'm gonna use that to trigger a crit with Vicious 5.
Great. All right. So now my poor boy is at the whims
Get ready
of dice.
to roll.
All right. We'll do offset 50. Son of a. This is unfair. This is unfair.
Die off the Locsin Slunter the next round.
Wow.
All right. He takes a hit. He takes a bad hit. And he is in bad shape. All right. My poor boy. Unfair. That's cool. That's cool. All right. It is. What do you want to do now, Olago?
Just with Suhao's words in his head that said "protect Oda," he's gonna release the breath he was holding when he took the shot and start running. He'll move from long to medium, start running towards the the 12th brother.
Okay. Yeah, Oda, how bad are you right now?
Actually, I'll take strain and move to short.
Oh, you don't do that, buddy. Well,
Yeah,
actually, you know
I'll
what?
do that.
Do it. Let's see. Maybe my rolls will finally go my way.
How bad am I? I have 9 wounds out of 11.
Well. We'll see what happens on your turn. PR3. It's all you, my dude.
I'm gonna continue towards the ship.
All right. You have reached the ship.
Hooray!
Was that with my sister?
I was dragging her. I should have asked how many
Um,
kilos she was.
She's pretty strong.
Yeah, give me an athletics check, PR3. Let's see how well you drag this, sister.
Oh my god.
Athletics.
What a weird
eh?
statement. What a weird thing to say.
Where is it? There it is. All right.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah,
so you
I'm
don't make it to
terrible.
the ship, but you're
Okay.
halfway there.
Okay.
You're
cool.
halfway to the ship, but you don't make it there. It's just a lot for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll go back around. Oda, it is your turn.
I can't believe that crit.
I'm so mad. I'm so upset.
It's
Ruined
awesome.
all my plans. Everything out the window.
Oda's doing so poorly, and she saw that Ulago has so much under control that she's going to step back from engaged to short.
Okay.
And then she's going to close her eyes and take a deep breath and also think about Suhao and try to use heal from the force. But I haven't rolled my force yet today, so I probably need to do that. Please, light side, please.
Let me remove everything for you. All right. May the force be with you. Oh!
Yes.
Oh! Okay.
Thank the force.
Not a fan, but all right.
I am. Everything's great. So I'm going to spend light side to heal a number of wounds equal to intellect. So equal to my intellect from myself.
Sure. Okay.
So my intellect is 2. So does that mean I spend a force point? Like I flip a force point?
I mean,
Or does that just mean
literally
I
you're
spend
just
my
during this
force?
turn? Yeah, your turn is
Okay.
like woo, 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 +2. You're back.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I'm going to try to kill you, Sam. I want you to know that. I'm going to do everything in my power to make this happen.
It's either going to be you and me or just you, so you better try your hardest.
All right. Obviously, I'm going to use the dark side here, but more importantly, I'm going to use his Hawk Bat Swoop ability. He's only got a chance to use it once before. All right.
Back what? Hawk
The
bat swoop?
The Hawk Bat Swoop is a jump attack.
Is a hawk bat a Star Wars creature?
I assume so. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, Hawk Bat.
Why not?
Look, I didn't make the attack. It was part of his
They
like
are
what
most
the
certainly a
Inquisitors
Star
have.
Wars creature, dude.
And what this does is during a lightsaber check against an enemy in short range, which is what Sam is now, I add 3 to the dice pool. He may spend any points received before resolving the success to check the engaged target immediately, and then spend any advantage points on that check as well. So basically, I'm just like throwing all the dice I have at you. This is one last attack. We'll see what happens.
I'll use a destiny point to upgrade.
Well, I want to use my destiny point.
Well, I said it first. I said it first.
I said I'm using the dark side.
I said it first.
Let the chat reflect. I said I was using the dark side.
The chat.
Destiny points on dark side.
I'm going to allow it.
It says use dark side on my screen. It says
I thought
use
isn't that
dark
the
side.
force?
No, it's destiny pool. Use dark
Oh,
side.
okay, that's fine.
Look, I'm coming for you. This is the one time. They give me this one shot. This is my Eminem moment.
I knew if I didn't move to short, you were gonna hit Oda. So this is calculated.
Thank you.
All right. So, what armors and stuff do you have so I can make sure that
Let me
you
have
have
a look.
all the chances in the world?
I have 4 soak, 1 armor, 1
All
defense.
So I'll give you a black die as well. However, never mind, that's Sunder. So that will be part of your weapons if you blocked with a weapon. Okay. Let's see what we can do to you. Come on, murder. Come on, end times. All right.
It's almost like
we
Jesse doesn't want to play with us anymore.
What are you trying to say? He just killed my baby. He just killed my baby.
2 weeks of planning, I killed him turn 2.
He killed my
He
baby.
just rips pages out of his notebook,
I
throws
told
them
him
in the
what
air.
I was gonna do too. I said
The
I was
whole
gonna
page
fucking
is
kill him.
useless right now. A useless page. All right. As you run towards her, Oda backs away from the fight, and the 12th brother turns towards you, Lago, and lunges at you. All right.
You hear
So-
Alago as he's running. He's like, "Come on, you bastard! Come on!"
For sure, he's going to crit you twice. But he hits you for 11 points of damage to start with.
Jeez.
And he has breach, which ignores 10 of your soak.
Bro, you okay?
Yeah. Well, let's see if I'm okay. Let's see if I'm okay.
Yeah. What are your numbers? Let's see what your number are. You down? Do you have all your wounds down?
Well, I was carrying 8 wounds into the fight, so I'm downed.
Okay.
I am at 19 of 16.
Great.
So, yes, I'm downed.
All right. And just from that, without any extra stuff, with no bonuses added on, you take a 1 crit because you went over your strain.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a regular crit. Please roll that if you be kind.
Critical injuries. No offset, right?
No offset for this one.
First one is distracted.
I mean, it was distracting. You did get
True.
stabbed with the blade. All right. The second one I'm going to use, which is just another crit that I'm going to use my advantage for. And this one has a plus 20 vicious on it.
Okay.
So plus 20 to the offset.
Blinded.
Ah, perfect. All right. Yeah, he slashes Oda. You back away and watch as the 12th brother, who is like mortally wounded, I'm gonna say like a hole cut through his center. And in his last defiant gasp of rage, lunges towards Ulago and goes to stab at him and slashes with one side of his blade across Ulago's eyes. And you can see that he did the exact same thing that you had done to him, to your friend. And then one last plus 20 crit from the Triumph.
At the brink. Suffer strain with each action performed.
Okay, well, I hate that this. It didn't just kill you, but okay. So
I think I'm gonna just die though.
well, right now you suffer a strain each time you perform an action. So this time. Oh, did you not include another 20 offset to that?
I did.
Okay. That sucks. Man, what a terrible roll. All right, I just wish you would have died. Anyway, so
Jeez.
I'm upset about this. My poor boy. Yeah, so he blinds Ulago and he goes to stab him. How do you avoid being brutally murdered, Ulago?
He doesn't avoid anything. He throws himself at the 12th brother to keep him away from Oda and gets maimed in the process. And I guess they both land on the ground in a heap.
You all see this happen, and Dio, it is your turn.
Well, since PR3's got dragging the sister moderately under control, I'm gonna go and run towards Oda and try to get her out of there.
Okay.
But there's no immediate danger anymore, right? Like,
I mean,
Yeah, like,
you don't
is
know
he
that.
down? Like, is he done? Like, he's dead.
At the end of
dead.
PR3's turn, he will die, but he's not dead now.
but we saw him with a giant hole through his middle being tackled by Ulago.
You also saw him blind Ulago.
As long as you give
That's-
him good CPR, he'll be all right.
I can also tell what Ulago's trying to do by protecting Oda, so I'm still gonna go for Oda and try to get her to run towards the ship. So I'm gonna go back into wherever Oda is engaged, and I'm gonna say, "Come on, we need to go. We need to get out of here. I'll come back and get him, but you need to go.
Ulago.
You need to go for the ship now. You don't look so good. I'll get
I'll
him.
be fine.
No.
Ulago doesn't look so good.
Oh my. And then I'll try to shove her back and stand between her and the 12th brother, just in case he tries anything else.
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't know if he's gonna, like, I mean, that's metagame if I'm like, yeah, he's gonna die.
Wait, where are you guys?
I'm standing in between Oda and the 12th brother, so
it would
he
be
can't
like
do anything.
this, like that.
Yeah.
Oh. No, you guys should move further away.
I tried, man.
You guys should move further away. Trust me.
I'm gonna try and can I do an
You should move
athletics
further
test?
away. Trust me. You should move
You're
further
gonna pull
back.
some bullshit, aren't you? With some
Well,
thermal
I'm gonna
I'm
attempt
not
to do an athletics
engaged.
test to pull her.
So you could technically be in engage with me, Dio, and Ulago could be in short with the 12th brother.
I
And you
can't
could
figure
still
out
be in
why you're
front
not
of me.
trying to help Ulago.
Well, as I said, I think I can tell that Ulago's trying to save Oda. Oda doesn't look good either. Both of them now look like shit, honestly. And so I'm going to try and save the Force user. Out of this situation. And the one that didn't just get her eyes slashed out.
Okay.
And also, I mean, Oda does remind Dio of her sister as well. There's a lot of reasons. Okay, it's complicated.
Look, do what you do. Do what you do.
I'm gonna try
And
and pull
Oda is
you.
just
You can resist
hyper-focused
if
on,
you
like-
want, but I'm actually gonna try and pull you out of into an even further range from him.
Oda's just trying because she sees how in bad shape Ulago is, and she's like, I can heal him. No, let me help.
She's like, I got it. Trust me, we'll come back. You just need to get on the ship. We need to get ready to get out of here.
She, in this time, like, she'll allow herself to be pulled back a little bit, but not like run for the ship.
All right, then I'd say I would get her to maybe, like, in this area short.
Yeah, like two lines away, basically.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move myself just a second. I can't move myself. I don't have control of my icon.
Whoop. You should. So where are you going?
We're gonna go
I'm
from
technically behind
together?
Dio.
So
Yeah,
if we're
like-
engaged, you're medium?
Yeah, we're like medium range now from them.
All right.
Assuming that like PR3 would be at like long or further range.
I mean, technically you're in the same band, right? So like short range, like if for some reason there was a blast, whatever that would be, technically everyone in the short range would be hit. And if it's a big enough blast, medium range.
We're in the same band, Pocket, I'll handle the drums, you do the lyrics.
Wait, I think the way we're looking at this is we're on the opposite side of the engaged mark, so we're trying to say we're medium from it. Does that make sense?
Sure, you're here.
Yeah. So we're on
but
the
I'm
opposite
saying
side.
like a blast, for example. Like if someone was trying to get to you, sure. Like this guy would have to walk to engage, then walk over here to get to you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if there was a blast for whatever reason in short range, it would hit
it would
everyone
probably
in that
get
range.
hit with some of the effects.
Well,
of
my
it.
counter argument is if he and I are engaged, they would be
Yeah.
moved to medium. Based on where we are right now. If we
Yeah,
went
that's
this
what I'm
way,
trying to
they
say.
they would go that way, right? To there.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then PR3 would go to long or extreme.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. Okay, he explained it better than me. I couldn't explain it. That's it. End turn. I also have to spend a string because I ran.
Yep. Ilago, as it becomes your turn, the sound of the thunder again claps and droplets of rain begin to fall upon the surface. And almost as if you called it before I could do it, you begin to remember something you had seen before. A vision of the past. And as the rain begins to fall down on the group in front of you, the strange colors of the atmosphere and the rain itself distorts everything a little bit to the point where all the colors sort of lighten and fade. And maybe it's the wounds. Maybe it's the fact that you can't see anymore. But this vision to you is as clear as day. And you can feel the rain upon your face as you sort of like see it in your mind's eye. And you recall that the vision was very clear. And it featured all of your friends. PR3 dismantled. Dio was on the ground, bleeding out. You were injured. And standing above them all was a sort of sickly-looking, white-haired-ish Oda holding a red lightsaber. And then immediately the pain retakes you. And your head begins to burn and hurt. What do you do?
Ulago will begin to crawl on top of the 12th brother and feels around blindly until he finds a thermal detonator.
No.
Knew it.
And he says, I'll see you soon, my love. And he's going to shove it into the gaping chest cavity in the 12th brother.
Woo!
And
Poor
detonate
gaping
it.
chest cavity. All right. This clearly doesn't count as a throw, so that's fine. We are going to, if you would be. Here's the thing. Like, I could just let you have this, but I also kind of want to be a real dick about it.
Yeah, no, do it.
Because technically he's not dead. All right, so I need you to this is a thermal detonator is just straight up 20 damage, I believe.
Yeah.
And this is, since it's you're not throwing it, how would you describe what you're doing right now?
It's still in my hand. I'm just gonna detonate it.
All right, so you're just gonna like turn it on?
Yeah, I'm crawling on top of him, and I'm just gonna turn it on.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I might still have to roll ranged anyway to see if I crit.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what role is just activating a thing. And I don't want to say it's mechanics because that's bad news for you.
Well,
it's like, right? I don't. I honestly.
I could roll it without any difficulty dice, maybe, so it's like a guaranteed success.
I mean, even then, it's not a guaranteed success. Yeah. What skill do you need to push a button? I mean, that's the thing. Is that is like. Most of the time.
Can't it be something like athletics because he's like struggling with this man?
You're right. That's a great way to describe it, Pocket. You're absolutely right. Yes, you're in the middle of a struggle with this guy.
I'm not struggling, bro. I'm lying there.
Yeah, but he's struggling with you. He's trying to get you off of him. So you have to actually because oh boy, I just hit you with the actually.
You did and you like pause on the
actually because of the blindness this would be either I mean like a straight agility or coordination. You're not trying Oh, I know. You're not trying to throw it, you're trying to get it off your body. So I'll let you activate it automatically.
I'm a soldier with 30 years experience. You think I don't know where my thermal detonator is or what it feels like?
But the man is on you. The man is grappled with you, right?
I see what you're trying to do here. Now, my alternate choice, if you're trying to do me like this, is just to not do this and let you die and I'll live. But I was gonna heroes ending this shit.
Look, I got you. I'm just saying that I feel like if it would have been yeah, it has to be an agility roll. It has to be an agility roll. I think.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you could say it's athletics.
No, I'll do an agility roll. I got you. Coordination?
Yeah, as he's fighting with you, it's coordination. Yeah.
Okay, I'll upgrade it.
Okay, I will give you that upgrade.
Let's go.
You got it. Yeah. Okay.
That was so close.
Describe to me what this looks like.
It's. I mean, does he say anything? Does he notice what I'm doing?
No, he doesn't even notice.
He
doesn't even see it happen. He's
like
trying to. I mean, he's also blind. Yeah. So
there's like this moment of shell shock where they hit each other, and he has this vision, and he knows what he's got to do to make sure that they get away. And he says to Suhao, he'll see her soon. And he reaches down and grabs a thermal detonator with his other hand. He grabs like the robes of the guy. You can hear the buzz of the lightsaber. He knows he's still there. And he's just going to hit the button. and hold it tightly. His knuckles turn white,
All right.
and then boom.
A massive explosion goes off behind you, Oda and Dio and PR3. As you are moving towards the ship, a huge explosion goes off, and for the sake of my own interest in this, not that it matters at all, but it is PR3's turn. We'll let PR3 do what he wants to do.
PR3 administers first aid
A
to
massive
the
explosion
brother.
goes off.
severed
Here's the
hand.
thing, though. None of it matters because you don't just die in this game, right? So what ends up happening is my guy hits his wound threshold and he will roll a crit, but he's already going to die at next turn anyway. So he's going to roll his crit and he's now bleeding out. So, I mean, the dude is super dead anyway. It doesn't matter. Sam, you on the other hand need to add plus 50 and roll for me your critical injury, and we'll see what happens to you.
What happens when I take 20 more wounds? What the fuck? How do
I have no clue. Well, I mean,
add this?
I have no idea what's about to happen to you. You
When-
get
Okay,
hit
Well,
for 20 wounds.
yeah,
but
I'm up
you
to
get hit.
39 current wounds.
This blast, she's basically being dragged by Dio, and she like turns around and pulls against Dio and just screams no, and she's just like panicked.
All right, let's roll it. Plus 50, right?
Yeah.
Bleeding out exactly the same as
Holy
you.
shit. Yeah. Apparently, the armor of the 12th brother, we'll say, is so strong that when you slam it into the hole in his chest, the explosion blows him up from the inside, but his armor sort of like takes some of the impact, and you fly back onto the ground. You are mortally wounded. You're bleeding out. Your next turn, you'll take another crit just for existing. Unless
Oh, no, it gets worse. For every 5 wounds suffered beyond wound threshold, I'll suffer an additional crit. I am 25 wounds past my threshold. So next time I take 5 crits.
Well, there you go. So you will take 5 crits next time. You are
Yep.
badly hurt. An explosion goes off, and the only things flung from the blast are Ulago, who flies back bloody as, I mean, it's his blood, this dude's blood, and then a red lightsaber that lands.
There's a leg somewhere.
And a red lightsaber that lands near Oda. And it's your turn, PR3. I
So
can't believe I'm so upset.
Best
that, like,
response.
Sam's
what am I
roll
seeing
are-
here? The 12th brother, like, is he down and just
I
completely...
mean, he is like a smoldering husk on the ground.
Okay, so I can stop
If he's
going
not
towards the
dead
ship,
yet, he
probably.
literally dies at the end of your next. At the end of this turn, he's
And
dead.
then again,
No matter
so
what.
was Anakin, you know. So
Hmm. Certainly, Dio's too preoccupied to notice that I drop her sister unceremoniously and start heading over towards Olago.
Yeah, I would say that as the explosion goes off and Oda screams no, that's when, after it's like done, Dia would let go of
Okay.
Oda.
Do I make it close to? Is it safe to be near him?
I mean, yeah, the explosion already went off. Were you
Making
trying to?
sure? I just want. I don't want no like Terminator
trying to get to
2
here?
fucking 12th brother gets up and like jumps on me, and then we have to put
Terminator
bullet
2.
in his head.
No,
Say
he.
he got thrown
I didn't
back.
watch that.
All right, let me go up to Ulago then.
Despite the odds being on me, Ulago, you were the one who fulminated.
he's hella unconscious, but he
I
appreciates
was
you.
checking.
He's messed up, dude.
I look at what I can do medically. Anything?
You can do all sorts of things medically. What are you trying to do?
What's the most life-threatening thing happening with him right now? Has he got
I mean,
spurts
he is-
coming out?
Literally, after your turn, Oda's turn, Dio's turn, when it's his turn again, he takes 5 more criticals.
What's the most pressing
we
thing that
stop
I
him
can
from
like
bleeding
fix? That's
out?
what I'm saying.
You need to stop his bleeding out. Yes.
Even if you stop the bleeding out,
What
I
if I
still take 5 crits.
Can I spray his wounds with my flamethrower and cauterize them? Just a little.
I don't think you can remove a critical injury.
No.
You can.
You can, but there's a lot of different ways.
Wouldn't there have to be like we have to get him back to like stay like even or something, even kilter on wounds before to prevent him from taking the crits?
So the way it works, which it's one of those things that I actually have to look at now, because basically at the end of an encounter, if you perform a medic check and it's success, you can use it to remove a crit. I'm checking to see if that counts on like he's bleeding out, because all of these things I think are just for the encounter, and I'm trying to verify right now if that's the case, because technically you can try and save him now, but it might just be better to wait, because in a second this dude's dead. And then the encounter is over technically, and then you can just go in and use all your abilities to stabilize him. Let me see this.
I mean,
one round of a med check is made during combat. So if it's a hard crit like crippled, maybe it takes the injured and the party medic out of combat an additional round. So yeah, it says like once you're out of combat.
Okay.
So I think technically out of combat you can just like miracle work this man.
So there's no point in like there's no point in like just doing something like and then also out of combat like doing the.
I mean, you can definitely try to do something
like,
now.
Wouldn't it make sense to like do everything that you could possibly do? Like,
of course, yeah. I'm trying to see what does nothing except add. Right. Boy, the rules on this are. So if you're maimed and you lost a limb permanently, then you just lose the limb permanently, and there's nothing you can do unless you like go repair it. Gotcha. So you're just blind, permanently blind. So basically,
get you some Geordie LaForge.
Until a medicine check is done at the difficulty of okay. So it's a hard. So based on the damage done to you, there's a difficulty check on what it takes to heal him. So essentially, what it is because of so you'll notice. I don't know if we can pull this up, JP, or if anyone has the ability to do so. But if you go to Sam can see this. If you go to your character and you click on a logo and you go down to the critical injuries, each one of them has a purple die like a little diamond next to it. And that's what you have to roll against.
Yeah.
So basically you're rolling against a 4 difficulty in order to heal his bleeding out with a medicine check. So that's like what. So if you want to roll now, it'll give you a bonus roll. So when combat ends, you can have another roll. That if you fail that one, I won't increase it to 5 purple. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So right now on on Sam, he heals his distracted because he his turn is over. So that healed. He doesn't have to worry about that. He is permanently blind. That is like done. He will suffer a strain each time he performs an action. That doesn't matter. So your only thing you're rolling on is you have to roll a 4 or against a 4. You have to beat a 4 purple die in order to save him.
Okay.
And so you can do that now. And then if you fail, you can do it again once this is done at a 4. But if you fail that, then it'll be a 5 and then a 6.
Okay.
And like you can keep trying, but eventually it's get harder and harder and harder. And he that's the end.
All right then.
Yeah. I honestly think because the wound that you're suffering from is like a wound over time, we'll still do like once combat ends, you can heal the crit, but we'll have to go like you, then Dio, then Oda, or whatever the order may be, and then Sam. So he takes another, like he's bleeding, right? So we have to have some sort of order. We'll figure it out. But anyway, if you would like to go right now, by all means, go for it.
Do we have any light side laying around? Should I use the light side?
You have plenty of light side. You have
We have
two
two.
light side.
What did you say, Stribbin?
We have 2.
I think I should use one.
It's up
Yeah.
to you, dude. It's like whatever your character would do.
I think you should.
My character would begrudgingly do what's best, so yes. Can I have a light side point?
Of course, light side point activated.
All right.
Do you have
God damn it.
any medicine?
Ooh.
You take 3 strain.
Ow.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood. It's
It's
everywhere.
like
just
you look
sprays
at you
all
look
in
down
my
at Ilago
surroundings.
and it's like a hot fucking mess, dude.
I'm so
4.
sad.
Next to Ulago, the carcass of the 12th brother stops moving. And we will go to our the battle has ended. It is now your turn, Oda. We'll
I
do
break
Oda.
free of Dio's grasp, just rip myself away and rush to kneel on the ground next to Ilago. If I use my heal ability, how does that affect this crit table roll thing?
So what you need to do is you would need to do, you're using your force powers, right?
Mhm.
And you will have to roll a medicine check on him because you're still doing medicine on him. And then if you succeed, you will deal an addition, you will heal him back +2. So basically you're trying to stop the bleeding from occurring, right? So and then if you do succeed, then you'll heal him +2 instead of him just being 0.
So I won't spend the strain to heal him until I have done a medicine check.
Yup. And you're
But I
going
can spend force on the medicine check.
yeah, I will
Okay.
buff that for you.
Pray for me, Suhao. All right, I'm rolling it. You ready?
I'm ready. Whew. Okay, I'm not sure what this looks like. So you fail to heal him with the medicine check, and you take 2 strain, but you get the triumph, which is also a success.
Can the triumph remove any of these upcoming crits?
Yeah, I'll say the triumph. You can say the triumph secures that when it's his turn, he won't take his crits.
So she doesn't manage to heal him, but she manages to push away the remaining embers that are still hurting him. So he's stable at least, even though she couldn't heal him.
Okay, I'll allow it. It is your turn now, Dio. What do you do?
I stab him with a stim pack.
Nice.
Have a stim pack?
I have 1 stim pack left. I grabbed 5.
Oh.
I stab him with the stim pack.
All right.
I have a roll of bandages and a stim pack. I don't know what the
Damn,
bandages
Pocket. Fucking rainy day shit. Nice.
So upset.
I think I tried to
Like-
use them before, and it's you said they wouldn't do anything, so I just didn't use them or something, and so now I have a stim pack.
Lago, you attempted to die this brave hero's death for your friends. You are your eyes, you see red in your eyes. You are in all this pain. Your body's going into shock. You're waiting to bleed out, and you in your mind's eye, in the distance, you can make out the blue vision of Suhao extending a hand, reaching out to you. And suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your chest, and you suck in all this oxygen as the nutrients and the micro whatevers that are inside of this stim pack, the stim itself fills your body, and from the brink of death, you return to life. and you can hear the sound of the rain out around you hitting your head, and you can hear everyone around you and their tears as you are brought back to life.
Oh, I'm not crying. The first thing I say is, "You don't get to die yet, fucker."
Fucker, you say fucker.
Yeah,
and
what do you
stuff?
do?
I say fucker and everything.
Is that
You
the
won't be-
first canonical? You don't get to die, fucker. Is that the first
Oh,
one?
I'm sorry. What should I say?
Nope, it's fucking. That's what you say. That's what you
Oh,
say.
that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
We won't be happy unless you're sitting alone in a chair staring out a window with disfigurements and like blindness for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say, Ilago, as you come back to the drink?
As Ilago regains consciousness, his ears are still ringing. He can kind of feel the rain. And he just says, Oda?
Yes?
Oh, you're okay.
I like hold his hand reassuringly.
That was your sister, okay?
I look back at. I look
She's
back
like
at
in a
PR3.
heap over there.
Yeah, I just left her on the ground.
Yeah, you can see that she's like cradling and holding Gizmo.
Yeah, she's fine, but the other droid didn't make it out.
I'm refraining from expressing my jubilation about that at this time.
I'm sure PR3 appreciates that. There you go.
If a droid could smile.
No, I'm very sad and empty inside.
Well, that's nothing new.
Nice.
He'll say, again?
Yeah. I
He
mean,
won't trouble anyone anymore.
Not much of 'em left.
Oda,
Yes?
take my necklace.
Have I seen this necklace before?
Have you worn it like openly in front of everyone?
No.
No, you have never seen it before.
What does it look like?
You would recognize that it was identical to one Suhao was wearing when you met her.
Oh. Why?
I'm gonna go see her for a bit.
She takes it in hopes of appeasing him and puts it on, kind of presses it to her heart. And then she's like, "We need to get you to the ship."
I'm gonna try
He
to
doesn't
pick 'em
respond.
up. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Because
try and
he
pick him
dead.
up.
What?
Oh, he died anyway. Well, at least
Well-
we got one last word out of him.
I know, right?
Yeah, we
I mean,
should,
I mean, somber response.
We should take him and I look at Oda and I'm like, do you know where Suhao was buried?
I know. Let's see. Do I? Because I know the mountain where she like trained me in the village where she was at, but
That was her grave.
okay. Then yeah, I do. But Oda's crying and saying, "No, we have to. We can save. We have to. He can't. No."
We gotta give him this. He died a warrior's death, really, and
We gotta give him this.
Dio stim packs him again.
oh, you used my last one, you asshole.
I'm afraid that he shot his last cave.
Oh.
Well, I'll carry him back to the ship and we can bring him back, bury him. And so I'll do that. I'll try to pick him up. And if I can't, I'll drag him.
There is a distinct echo in your head, Oda, of something on the ship calling to you.
Is it the same, like, I'm used to that box calling me kind of thing?
It is, in fact, the exact same.
I had kind of assumed that had just, like, become part of the background noise for me. But I'm sorry, refresh my memory. Did we find somewhere that, like, looked like the boxes belonged there in this place or
Absolutely, you
something?
did.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to go out and get him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll help Dio solemnly bring Ulago back to the ship, and then I'll go retrieve the boxes and show them to Dio and PR3. Oh, and also we'll bring all the pieces of Gizmo back carefully.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Jaya helps with that.
Yeah, I
Maybe
imagine she would
she
already
can-
be on that.
Yeah, maybe Dio can fix him. I will grab the boxes, show them to Dio and PR3, say we should finish what we started.
PR3's just hiding parts of Gizmo behind his back.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make Jaya come with us this time though.
On the way out, I'm going to pick up the lightsaber of the 12th brother, too.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up the 12th brother and drop him down here with all the stone people.
Great.
Nice.
Great. You pick up a smoldering corpse.
Half
What is your
missing
plan?
anything.
What are you doing exactly? You're going to go back into the tomb?
With the boxes, I assume, right?
Okay.
Are we absolutely positive that giving evil boxes what they want is the best course of action?
Nope. Don't know what I'm doing.
Just something to do then.
It seems like somewhere out there, the Force has been hinting at this all along, as though we're meant to do it. Almost as though the Force was named Jesse Cox.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
The Force sounds manipulative.
Yeah, I'm starting
an
to agree
asshole.
with PR3.
Force be kind of sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, I do get the feeling that, like, I have been under the impression that this is a good thing for the Force if I put these boxes back, right? That's healing something broken.
I mean, that's you can roll and see if that's the impression you get.
Yeah.
Check.
I do want, excuse me, I want to know if that's the impression I get, and also, like, I'm hoping we can disrupt this whole, like, them turning people into thralls thing. So you said perception?
Yes, please. Yeah, you immediately perceive that the splitting of these two boxes and separating of them was a bad thing. They're supposed to be together, and they're supposed to be down. Like, there's a reason there was a force field around that altar. Like, probably weren't supposed to remove it.
Oda says, yes, this is the right thing, and then faints. She hands the boxes to
Son of
Dio
a
and passes
bitch.
out.
Oh my god. I dropped the 12th brother and turn around and pick her up.
Wait, why were you carrying the 12th brother?
Good old strain threshold.
She was trying to throw him off the damn thing down below into where all the stone people were.
Yeah, I was trying to hide his
Ah.
body pretty much.
Maybe I should barbecue him a little just to be sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that. You know what? Take care of the body. And then I walk back and pick up Oda and grab the box. No, I'll make Jaya carry the box with us.
Okay. So are you taking Oda with you down below? What is your plan?
Well, I mean, she's the one that wants to do this box business, so I'm gonna carry her and then, maybe try to wake her up when we get there.
Okay. So again,
I'm assuming we can get back without,
the puzzles are all solved. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You descend the creepy stone stairwell down from the strange spires above, and you move underneath the weird sort of fake outer crust of this world into the lower underground kind of ancient citadel. And again, it glows a strange vibrant red with weird sigils, and spread out throughout the area, as you've seen numerous times, the stone bodies in different forms of despair and conflict and battle. And you make your way towards the giant temple and to the underground area, past the weird dark reflecting pool, into the room with the strange plates that you had to step on, past those and into a small chamber that through the maze with the weird visions that you suffered, and into the chamber where in the middle stands this sort of like a little stone pedestal, and around it is a force shield, and you can see 2 slots in the middle where these boxes would go.
I set Oda down and start slapping her cheek to see if I can wake her up.
Yeah, give me some sort of check. How are you gonna slap her to get her up?
Not like, like when, like in the movies where they don't like, it's not like a straight up like slap.
Okay.
Little pat.
Like a pat. See if I can wake her up that way. If it doesn't work, then I might actually slap her.
Yeah.
What would the first one be?
Let's do a. What would the first one? A little pat. A little pat. Let me see.
Maybe a little like athletics. And if I crit, I actually hit her way too hard.
Maybe it's leadership.
Leadership?
Yeah, give me a leadership roll.
I'm terrible at leadership.
Well, you might have to hit her harder. No,
Anyway.
Not that bad. Yeah, you sort of tap her awake.
Hey, wake up. I need you to wake up now. I don't really know what to do. I like how that's my leadership role. It's the first thing I say. We got the boxes here. You're here. Can you do one of those thingies with your head where you decide what to do with this and so we can get out of here?
Ilago's really dead then.
Oh yeah, and we might be too if more people like that guy arrive.
Oda kind of like half sleepily, drunkenly takes the boxes and slowly walks up to the altar. And is it clear where these belong?
Literally, there are slots in the stone that are the size of these boxes.
Like different colors for each one?
No, they're not. They're not colors. It just looks like there are 2 slots that you can put these boxes.
I'm trying to figure out which one goes on the right and which one goes on the left. Does it seem like there's any indication?
It does not appear there's any indication.
All right, then I stick them in there.
As you touch the force field, across from you, you see a figure appear. It's like looking in a mirror, Oda. It is you staring back at you, except she has sort of diminished features, and she looks a little more pale and worn down. She has white hair, and she says to you, "You don't want to do this."
Why?
If you do, everything will change.
Is that not good?
Not just for yourself, but for the galaxy.
Could use a little change, I think.
You shouldn't.
Who are you?
I'm you.
How?
I'm the better you. The one who keeps the boxes.
And does what?
Do we see this, or
You see nothing. You just see her touching a force field and like stopping.
is she talking to it, or is it in her head?
Let's see. Do you roll me a perception check? Do you perceive anything weird happening? Like her mouth move? You don't hear anything. No,
No.
you don't perceive anything. You just see her like she's stopped right there.
Okay.
And she says to you, if you keep the boxes, you'll never lose another friend. You'll never lose another companion. You won't have to run anymore.
If I never lose another friend, then the ones I've lost already died for nothing. This is for Ulago. And I put the boxes in the place.
Yeah. She screams a terrible scream. And as you do, the shield goes down and the pedestal begins to lower into the ground. And around you, everything begins to shake.
Go. I turn to Dio and PR3 and say, we should go.
I'm already running.
I left you behind.
I guess I'll just shuffle.
Okay, yeah. I need all of you to roll me athletics checks. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
I'm not gonna
your
try and
scores.
outrun anyone else, but I am gonna, run.
Yeah, I mean, it's not outrunning. You're just trying to like get out. Oda, as usual, killing it. Dio,
Wait.
great.
What's my strain right now? She woke me up, but did that put me 1 strain under threshold?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
PR3,
Being a
you
robot.
waddle through.
Mm.
Around you, the building, the sort of underground temple that you're in begins to slowly collapse. And as you make your way through the maze, you can see that above you, the rocks are now falling through, and you can make out some of the red glow from the outside as the rocks begin to fall down around you. Oda, you and Dio make it to the end, but you do not see PR3 behind you.
Oh,
Do you go back?
I meant to be like at his elbow, like trying to help him shuffle along.
Yeah, give me a athletics check to see if you can help drag him with you. Yeah, all right, boo. You grab him and you take him with
He
you.
was gonna kill me.
And
He's
you drag him along as the temple behind you begins to crumble. And as you make your way out of the underground temple itself, a big explosion of dust and debris it comes out behind you as you sort of like make that final movie-esque jump outside, and you land on the ground, and you can see that the structure that you were in is slowly sinking into the ground, but it doesn't sink all the way. It just sort of sinks a little bit and then stops. And then there's like a eerie silence around you as the shaking and rumbling ceases, almost as if the temple above sort of like crushed down onto the level beneath it so that it will never be accessed again. And all that remains is the sound of rain above on sort of the outer crust of this world hitting the outside, and every once in a while a drop or two descending down into the underground.
How does the force feel? How is that call completely gone?
The call is completely gone.
Does it feel like balance has been restored?
Just as before, you don't feel anything from those boxes because they themselves seem like a balance. But the area you're at now is slowly being flooded with the dark side.
I think I would. Well, shit. Why did our pilot have to die?
I'm moderately okay.
I have 3 greens. What do you have?
Let me see. I have 2 each.
2.
Fine. It's fine.
It's better than nothing.
two,
It's
Yeah,
being
you-
flooded with
greens
the
or
dark
two
side. Do I have
yellow, two
any?
green?
Do I have any understanding of why the dark side is flooding in?
Yeah, because the area that was below the temple wasn't light side. It offered no like balance. What it did do is it was sort of this like area that seemed out of place on this world. Maybe it was built long ago before these ruins were built. Maybe it was something totally different. At this point, it does not matter. That sort of like negative space within the force that was neither light nor dark is gone, and so that area is being flooded with the dark side that permeates the rest of this world.
What happened, Jesse, was that the dark side did not follow regulations for county load-bearing beams on the temple.
Oh, geez.
They didn't have
look
a
what
permit
you
for
did.
that.
There was no permit. That was some load-bearing dark side.
You have to fill out form MCTHX
These weight
1138.
ratios are all off.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, so you don't have any sense of that sort of void in the force anymore. And that area that was empty is now being filled with the darkness that fills the rest of this world.
That
I'm gonna-
sucks. I didn't want the world to be all dark, but like, fine, okay.
I'm gonna
Oda's
start
confused.
trying to guide PR3 towards the pilot, the cockpit, and we make our way out of here.
Yeah, you make your way back to the ship, and you can see Gizmo's parts laying next to Ulago, and you make
I
your
accidentally
way.
step on a capacitor.
Accidentally, quote unquote.
Quotation mark.
You're just gonna make my work harder.
And the group of you makes it to the cockpit. I'm gonna need some rolls. Here's the thing. It's not, I just need to see if you take off. You're not like flying against, like the world's not crumbling. There's nothing terrible truly happening. It's just like a dark, sidey world. Like the
Vaguely
crumbling
uneasy.
stuff. It's, so what give me your piloting check. Who's gonna fly you away?
You have more than me, so I co-pilot then, right?
Yeah, Dio has the most.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I guess
I'm
I am.
co-pilot. I back
Planetary?
you up. I
How
imagine
about
it
you
would be
roll
planetary.
first if you're co-piloting, and then give me an advantage?
Here you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Jesse.
I mean,
Do
you
you
would have
want
gotten
us
at
to
this
stay
point.
here?
You're flying pretty scot-free, but let's see.
Do you want me to add a blue?
Yes, please. Wow,
I
good
still
job.
get strain, but yeah.
All right. You managed to take off in this sort of jank pleasure yacht that you have. And you leave the world of Malachor behind you as you blast off into the stars. Please tell me what your actions are. What does sort of the end of this adventure look like? How does this all wrap up for you as characters? Where do you go? What do you do?
I think I would immediately guide us back to where Suhao was buried.
Sure, of course. You fly to this blue, snowy world. And while you're there, sort of the quick scenes that we see, what happens while you're on this planet?
Oda wants to make sure that Ulago gets a proper burial near Suhao, and then she'll stay a while and kind of like commune with either Suhao if she'll show up as a force ghost, or just kind of like the force on that mountain, and try to understand what has happened and, become a greater denizen of the force.
Sure. Yeah, the last scene we see of Oda is her burying Ulago next to Suhao, and just sitting there meditating, as you said. And because it's Star Wars, we have to have a Star Warsy moment where behind her, even though she doesn't see it, behind her, a very blue and proud Suhao and Ulago watch on as Karn is like a little further back. He's just like, I'm also here. And they're like further back. And they are both watching you as you meditate in the Force. And meanwhile, down below on the ship, what is going on with you, Dio and PR3?
I would say that I'm trying to put together Gizmo and PR3's quote helping, maybe.
Yeah, it's almost in stark contrast to Oda's story. It's you and your sister reunited, working together to rebuild Gizmo. And as you do, you can hear like he's slowly coming back online. And then PR3 accidentally like, oh no, I pulled the power. Oh no.
Oh no! How clumsy of me.
Yeah. And the group of you begin to work to repair your friend. And as you as sort of the sun sets on the adventure, where is it you think you will go next or do next? What happens to this group?
I think that Dio would have just basically pledged to stay a bodyguard with Oda or of Oda, and then would have had Jaya learn to be a pilot.
Nice.
In my ideal headcanon, they're all on the same ship, and then out of one of the side rooms comes Mr. Suave himself. And he's like,
yeah.
"We ready to do this?"
Oh my god, you're right. He would be the pilot.
He
Oh,
would be the
no.
pilot.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Let's
totally
do
the
it.
pilot.
That sounds like a great. He also gives Dio a wink, and we'll let the fandom decide what that even means.
Dash Beret.
And yeah, he jumps in the pilot's seat. And he's like, "Let's do this." And the ship blasts off into hyperspace. The whole crew on board, off to another adventure. And before the credits roll, deep in the darkness of space, you see a star destroyer floating in the air, in the atmosphere above a planet.
My God.
Yeah, it's crazy. And at a desk, her arms folded in anger, you see Imperial Agent Don Kren reading the report of the 12th brother's demise. And she slams her fist on the ground and says, "I will find them." And that is where we will end this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Yeah,
Damn.
off to more crazy adventures. And thankfully one Imperial tool is gone. Right? All right.
Yeah.
Well, that
I'm still here.
I'm sorry, Jesse.
It's all right, buddy.
I killed your boy.
It's all right. You killed yourself too.
I know. I thought you deserved at least something, man.
You did. Yeah, you did the work for me. You did the work.
The reason
for me.
Rogue One was so good is because they all didn't make it out. You know what I'm saying?
This next time you can play Ulago's brother, Laguo.
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 Boo Laguo.
Sounds like you'd hunt him in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, you need like 8 Laguo scales.
Yeah, for real.
He goes
Great
by
Laguo.
Captain TIE Fighter sometimes.
Sometimes that was actually that's why she thought she knew him, because she was
Yeah.
looking out for Laguo, and it was a Lago the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all so much for playing with me. This has been a lot of fun. I figured might as well end on episode 40. That's very Star Warsy.
Mm.
So, let's go around this screen, find out what everyone's up to, and
Before we do,
farewell.
claps in the chat for our DM Jesse Cox.
Woo!
Amazing
Oh,
story.
baby.
Woo!
Fantastic,
Oh, baby.
handcrafted Star Wars campaign.
I
It
have a
was
candle
amazing.
shrine
Oh,
of him.
baby. I'm glad you all enjoyed your adventure. Thanks, chat. Thank you for your claps. I really was trying to tempt Oda with the Force there at the end, but she rolled 2 light side points. If you rolled dark, man, this would have been a different episode.
I am
Ah,
so glad Oh,
upset.
I'm so glad that I rolled light side. That's exactly the ending that I needed.
Everything went your way today. Everything. Nothing. I
Well,
was just
except
like,
for, Ulago dying, but
I
I
mean,
mean,
he
I
went
killed him
out
on.
like
I
a
killed him on
boss.
turn 3.
Yeah, you killed the final boss immediately. Actually, the final boss, if you rolled dark side stuff, was going to be you, Oda. You would have to fight. You have to link fight yourself. So that would have been a thing. But not it wouldn't. You were like, nah, I'm good. It's like, nah, I'm good. And because you rolled light side, I couldn't force anything there.
well, I think it was like Oda already knew from solving all those puzzles that it was Sith made and it was trying to test for like, will you, like basically try to fall for Sith ideals of like save all your friends, have immortality, blah blah blah. And she's like, I recognize this.
You were like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. And also I like that specifically like never lose a friend again, like felt horrible after she just lost Ulago and wanted to honor his sacrifice. So it was a good, it wasn't like an Anna was like, nah, I get it. It was actually well defended for Oda, which was nice.
You were good. And I couldn't use dark side against you because you had no dark side today. You were all like,
Ah,
I couldn't tell
You
what
had
kind of
two
odor
lights.
it was until you mentioned that she said if you kept the boxes, because I thought it was going to be if you put them in. And I was like, oh no, I'm you if you put the boxes on the pedestal.
yeah. No, if you would have done that, then you would have taken them. That would have, who knows what. It would have been a whole other adventure. Okay. Sam, what's going on with you, dude? Talk to us about where we can find your good vids.
I
Or-
hide over at twitch.tv/strippin. Thank you, JP. It's good to know that my final farewell was just met with meme pictures. Appreciate that. Wouldn't expect anything less. But you can find me over there. This week I'm gonna be starting Hitman 3 tomorrow.
Ooh, it's so good.
So I'm gonna be doing that this week. Might hit Bike Man up to join in with some of that Echo goodness as well.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be me.
I would be delighted to do that.
Anna, what's going on with you? What other adventures are you off to?
tomorrow there's Nights of Evening Star at 4 p.m. on /D&D, and we just had a character leave that show, and there will be a new character introduced this week. So very fun, very exciting, fun place to jump in if you haven't watched before. I'll have a Charity Among Us stream, with a bunch of other awesome ladies in gaming this Thursday at 3, I think. Yes, 3, and it's for an awesome charity. So I'll tweet about that if you want to tune in. And then Friday we'll have Extra Brains with myself and DJ Wheat starting at 1 p.m. We had a super in-depth, really good brainstorm last week about talking politics on stream and when it's a good idea to say goodbye to a friendship. So I'm hyped about what questions y'all will bring this week.
Damn.
And yeah, it was
Taking
intense.
it seriously. Yeah, wow.
I know. Yeah. Past questions we've done like light side or dark side. And this one was like, when do you cut off a friendship? It was really good though. Really good. Like people in the chat were really
Sometimes you gotta know when to cut a man loose. I get it.
Yeah. Or keep them, you know? And then other than that, I am still so deep in Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and I have so many packs to open. So keep your eye out for random streams whenever I feel like it of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bike, what's going on with you, dude?
I guess tonight I'm probably gonna start checking out that new Path of Exile league that I keep hearing everyone talking about.
Ooh.
Yeah, so checking in on that. Nothing else going on.
All right.
It's the slow months.
I refuse to believe that, but all right. And Pocket, what other adventures are you off to now?
I'm gonna play games. This is my beautiful face right now. Appreciate it. With how much cussing I did today was perfect. I might check out Hitman. I might not. I might just go back to Stardew. I might not. I'm just gonna play some games and chill and have a decent week while I continue to battle allergies.
Pocket.
So, huh?
Hitman is so good.
I think I need to play Hitman. I'm usually pretty I'm bad at being like a, take them out quietly person. So
No. It's all about saving and doing stupid stuff and then reloading.
okay, I'm gonna do that. And
Just
so I'll
pushing
probably
wealthy socialites over a ledge of a building and just be like, ha ha ha. Okay, load. That's Hitman.
I'll be a hero. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
I'll be a hero. I mean, maybe.
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 For just one day.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use my time to say, hey, everyone's Twitter handle is up on the screen, or was. Now it's gone, JP. But now it's back. Oh, now it's me again. Oh! Hey, go watch all these people. Go follow these amazing people. They all do really great work. If you're watching this, 90% sure that you already are following my stuff. So I'm not going to try and convince you of that because that seems insane. So what I'm going to say is everyone on the screen right here were great sports, and they hung around for 40 episodes of utter insanity. And I am honored to call them friends. And if I can ever see them in real life ever again, I'll be sure to thank them then. But for right now, I will say thank you for playing with me. This was a ton of fun. And I can't wait to see what other nonsense you get up to. And hopefully, if you're watching right now, you will think the same and go follow them and send them my love. Although, don't make it weird. Don't be like, Jesse sends his love. Don't do that. That's like a little much. But,
if you want.
Yeah, all right. You know what? I'm going to need all of you to right now just go and send Jesse sends his love. Make it like a little malicious. And yeah, that should be fine. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you especially to JP for hosting this and doing
silent
everything.
sixth member.
Yes.
Woo!
Thank you
JP, thank
for
you.
doing really all the work.
Thank you, JP.
Really, you did everything, JP. So thank you for that. Yes, chat, by all means, thank this man. And that is it for us. We'll see you some other time in a galaxy far, far away. And to this amazing cast, thank you for playing with me. Let's get out of here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze. We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze. Not enough time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze.
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing the music.
Bring the strippers and booze.
I'm here to ask and answer one simple question.